Well, I did it. My last official day of work was Wednesday, June 12th. I just retired at 58 and a half with a little over $450,000. You can retire on less than $500,000. It takes some strategy and a tight budget, but it's doable. I'm in my first month of retirement, and I couldn't be more excited to share my journey with you. It took a lot of careful budgeting, planning, and saving. But now it's time for a new adventure. Retirement isn't just about financial security. It's about freedom, pursuing passions, and enjoying time with family and friends. I'm going to check in with you every week and share where I'm at. I'll share any new strategies I've learned and how I'm supplementing my income. I'll also share what mistakes I've learned from, and I'm sure I'll make plenty. A lot of retirement information out there is based on people retiring with a large nest egg. Most books and blogs suggest you need $1 million or more. I would never have been able to retire if I needed $1 million. Some of the strategies out there are great, but they won't work for people with $500,000 or less. I'm going to give you my exact numbers where I'm at each month. I'm going to be transparent about my finances. It doesn't matter to me if people know how much money I have, especially if it can help. So here's my current income breakdown starting day one of retirement. Year one is my bridge year, and it starts today. I'll receive regular payments through August when my contract is up. Since I'll have worked most of 2024, I'll still be in the 22% tax bracket. So for September through December, I'll need to be careful about pre-tax income. But I got some good news this week about my pension. The online estimator had been saying about $681 a month, but you don't get your official estimate until June for some reason. So I got my official estimate. I have something called a dual membership because I was a paraeducator for several years before I became a teacher. The online estimator doesn't include the dual part. With both memberships, my official estimate is $800 a month. So that was a really nice surprise. My pension will start in September and is taxable. My YouTube income is taxable. I'm guesstimating around $600 a month for that, since that's about how much it was the first month. I know that it can fluctuate a lot, and I can't really count on it. Instead of starting to pull from my 457 deferred compensation account, I'll pull from high yield savings and my CD ladder for those 4 months. I want to keep taxable income as low as possible while I'm still in the 22% tax bracket. I'll pull $1,350 from my high yield savings and $1,050 from my CD ladder each month. And that's just for those last 4 months of 2024. Right now, my 457 deferred compensation plan has about $28,000 in it. I need about $3,400 a month in after-tax income to live on. So here's the breakdown for September through December 2024, those 4 months while I'm still in the 22% tax bracket. My $800 a month pension will net about $624 a month after 22% taxes. This is just how I like to look at it. My $600 YouTube income would be about $428 a month after 22% tax. For my CD ladder, just the interest is taxable. So my $1,050 CD would give me $1,039 a month, and that's after the 22% tax on just the interest. For my high yield savings, also only the interest is taxable. So I'll pull $1,350 a month from my high yield savings, which will give me about $1,295 after the 22% tax. This will give me $3,426 a month net income. Starting in 2025, I should be in the 12% tax bracket, Yay! So here's the breakdown for the first 6 months of 2025, January through June. My $800 a month pension would give me $704 a month after that 12% tax. My $600 a month YouTube income would be $528 a month after the 12% tax. And now I can start pulling from my taxable 457 deferred compensation account. If I pull $1,300 a month from that account, it'll give me $1,144 a month after the 12% tax. With my CD ladder, again, only the interest is taxable. So my $1,050 CD will give me $1,044 after a 12% tax on just the interest. This gives me $3,420 a month net income. Notice the difference in net income between the 12% tax bracket and the 22% tax bracket. For those of us on a tight budget, that's a big difference. The more I make from YouTube and other side gigs, the less I'll have to pull from my accounts. So I will adjust accordingly. Then in June 2025, I'll turn 59 and a half and can pull from my regular retirement accounts without penalty. I'm hoping to pull 3.5% or less so early in my retirement. Most of this income will be taxable, so I'll adjust how much I pull from each account. My CD ladder will be depleted when my bridge year is over. This is my tentative plan. If I can avoid pulling from retirement accounts, I will. I plan to roll what's left of my 457, my 401A, and my 403B into IRAs. Then I'm guesstimating I'll have about $425,000 in my retirement portfolio. My bridge account will be depleted. My bucket number 1, my cash bucket, includes my high yield savings account and my I-bonds. This is not included in the $425,000 retirement portfolio. Right now, this cash reserves bucket has $45,000 in it. At the end of my bridge year, I'm estimating I'll have about $39,000 in it. I also have a health reimbursement arrangement account through work. I'm able to roll just 25% of my unused sick leave into my HRA since I've retired. It should have about $33,000 in it after this is completed. I've been contributing to this account since I started teaching. This will only be used for medical expenses and/or insurance premiums. Trying to be totally transparent. So with my retirement portfolio, my cash reserves bucket, and my HRA account, I should have about $497,000 in all accounts for retirement. This does not include my pension or Social Security. After I'm 62 years old or older, combining pension with Social Security should give me about $1,800 a month after tax. The average Social Security benefit in 2024 is $1,862 a month. So my pension and Social Security combined are equivalent to what the average person gets just from Social Security. So from July 2025 to December 2027, for those 2.5 years, here's the next breakdown. My pension will be the same, $704 after 12% tax. YouTube income, probably the same, $528 a month after 12% tax. I can now start a 3.5% safe withdrawal rate from my retirement portfolio. So if I take $1,240 a month, which is 3.5%, that will give me about $1,091 a month after that 12% tax. At this time, I may need to start pulling from my high yield savings account again. If I pull $1,200 a month from high yield savings and only the interest is taxable, that would give me $1,145 after that 12% tax. This gives me $3,468 of net income. This is just covering my bases. If I don't have to pull that much from retirement accounts or high yield savings, I certainly won't. I like to make sure I'm covered worst case scenario. In 2028, I'll be 62 and can pull from Social Security if I need to. So starting in 2028, my pension will be the same, $704 after 12% tax. YouTube would be the same, $528 after 12% tax. The 3.5% safe withdrawal rate would be the same, $1,091 after 12% tax. And now I could start pulling from Social Security. My Social Security will be about $1,200 a month. This is partly taxable. It'll be about $1,128 a month after a 12% tax on 50 to 85% of my Social Security. If I end up pulling the amount I've budgeted for from my high yield savings, which would be worst case scenario, it would be depleted by now. This will give me $3,451 a month of net income. My expected budget needs of $3,400 a month in after-tax income is a little bit overestimated. I round up on most things. I could get by on $3,000 a month if I had to, but my hope is to create a couple streams of income. At the end of this month, I'll go over the breakdown of my retirement portfolio in another video. It was just too much to fit in a 10-minute video. I'm going to give updates every month. So this is my rough plan for income in retirement. I do make changes periodically. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like, and if you're interested in early retirement, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to leave you with a quote. A truly wealthy life lies in defining yourself by who you are, not by what you have. For in the end, you can't take a penny with you. Hope to see you again soon.